A busy, fun Friday night ahead. We got a lot to get to on this Friday. We've made it to the end of the week. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Dustin Grove.
Yes, we did make it. I'm Felicia Lawrence. We appreciate you watching 13 News at 4. And our top story today, just hours ago, Vice President JD Vance wrapped up meetings with Republican lawmakers, and the talks were about redistricting.
Congressional redistricting. This is the VP's second trip here in 2 months. Jenna Webster joins us live from the State House this afternoon. So, Jenna, what do we know about those meetings? How did they go?
Well, Dustin, Felicia, at this point, we don't know a whole lot about what actually took place in those meetings. We know that Vice President JD Vance met with Governor Braun, Republican House and Senate members today. What they discussed beyond the topic of redistricting, we haven't really been able to learn that at this point. The House Speaker, Todd Huston, just sent this statement to us after those meetings wrapped up, thanking the Vice President for meeting with them and talking with the caucus and facilitating what he called an open dialogue on this important topic. He did call it a productive conversation. He said Vance was able to answer some questions from lawmakers about redistricting, and he said, quote, "We'll keep discussing within our caucus and with the Hoosiers we represent as we come to a decision soon." Governor Braun also posting his thoughts on the meeting on X a little bit earlier today. He really reiterated the importance of ensuring fair representation for every Hoosier and said that it was a thoughtful discussion that they were able to have with the Vice President. JD Vance arrived about 10:30 today to the State Library. He left a little bit after 1:30, longer meetings than we were anticipating. We thought when we were live at noon that there was a little activity. We were expecting him to leave around then. Again, we do know he met with House and Senate Republicans. Redrawing the maps has really kind of split members of the party on what they want to do. Some who were hard-nosed 2 months ago when this topic first kind of came up when JD Vance was here have since really kind of changed their stances in recent weeks and said they would consider it. Republican State Senator Sue Glick just earlier this week told our partners at the Capitol Chronicle that she thinks everyone wants to keep an open mind about the topic, but she says the general attitude is nobody has, quote, much of an appetite for redistricting. What sort of influence these meetings had today, along with, this is the second time he's been here. Republican lawmakers traveled to the White House at the end of August, and we know redistricting did come up in some of those conversations there. And Democrats have previously told me they think if the governor had the votes to redraw the maps, he would have called a special session already. So really just kind of in this waiting pattern to see what happens. The governor has previously said if he were to call a special session, it could happen anytime between November and early next year. Guys.
All right, several statements today without really saying a whole lot. Still a lot of questions.
Lots of talk.
Whether this is going to happen or not.
All right, Jenna, thank you so much. The governor saying he's not going to call it unless he knows it will happen.
Yeah, sounds like it.